Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Regional Radio Sports Network. We're broadcasting live from the File Center here on the campus of Holy Cross College here in South Bend, Indiana. A snowy Wednesday night here in South Bend, Indiana. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey here. We hope you're staying warm at home here as the women on the first game of this men's and women's doubleheader between the Saints and the Crimson Wave. The women get the victory, a big victory at that, 81-32. But now it's time for the men's side of things, Matt Copsey. And this is a very even matchup when you take a look at it on paper.
Yeah, you take a look at this Calumet St. Joe club. They come in with they're 7-2 in the conference. They've done a nice job of getting everybody involved. They're coming off a loss to Clark on Saturday, 72-56, in which they were outscored 51-27, and they only shot 27% from the field. But you look at them, they're averaging close to 76 points a game. They're giving up 69. They've got 4 players in double figures, another couple guys that are right close there. I think it's going to come down to which team can win on the defensive end tonight. And Holy Cross, that's been their their forte, their MO. They've prided themselves on defense. I think they're going to have to come up with another big effort tonight.
When you take a look at it, it's always interesting to see online how these two teams rank in the NAIA in certain things. And you take a look at it for Holy Cross, they're number 5 in three-point field goal percentage. Well, guess who's number 5 in field goal defense, and that is Calumet College. And when you take a look at it, just as you mentioned, both these teams love to do it on the defensive side of things. They love to take care of the basketball. Holy Cross enjoying for the 4th time this season Carl Columbus back in the lineup. He will not start. He'll be the first guy off the bench. We saw that on Saturday, Matt. He came in about 2 minutes into the contest, played the rest of the first half, helped this team to get within 3 of the number 21 team in the country in Robert Morris, but just got a little bit cold to start the second half, and that was really the MO for Holy Cross to start off half number 2 in general on Saturday.
And it was one of those where it was, you saw Carl, he came out, he gave him a big spark in the first half, but in the second half you saw him kind of struggle. He missed some shots around the basket, picked up a couple of quick fouls. I think Coach McBride did the best thing. He took him out of the game, gave him a couple minutes to get his head back on. Came out and hit a couple of shots, but the damage had been done by then because Robert Morris, just too much depth on Saturday for Holy Cross, and that's what it came down to. 14 players. You're substituting 3 or 4 in. Holy Cross down to 9 players right now, so I think tonight's going to be the main thing where Holy Cross is going to have to stay out of foul trouble.
Meanwhile, when you take a look at the post play, it starts with Bryce Croson at a career-high 26 points on Saturday, and he's been playing well for Mike McBride all season long. Taking a look at his numbers, 9 points a game, 4 rebounds. He's been doing it in all steals, assists, and blocks as well. Just kind of one of those guys that whatever you need, you can call in on number 32.
And Bryce Croson, you saw him get a little bit comfortable inside. He was able to get to the basket. He was able to get to the free throw line, did a nice job on the defensive end, and I think that's another thing where Holy Cross is going to have to do. If he's got the hot hand, you got to feed him.
Ryan Lutz, Madison McCaffrey, Nate Miller, the backcourt that's been as consistent as they possibly can ask for with O'Brien Hobbs out for the season. They got off to a cold shooting start as well, and when you take a look at trying to get them involved early, how important is it in your mind, Matt, for them to get off to a quick start?
Well, I think for the guard tandem, I think you got to hit some shots from the outside because it'll open up more of the avenue on the inside for them as well. And you saw that the other day where Holy Cross came out shooting real well from the outside. It opened some things up for Croson, but then when the shots quit dropping from the outside, that's when things got kind of tough. So you got to try to find that nice in-between match.
The Saints are 10-8 overall. They're 4-5 in the conference. The Crimson Wave are 12-6 overall, and they're 7-2 in the conference. Another South Division matchup here tonight at the File Center. We'll see what happens as we're about 15 minutes away from tipping this one off. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Mike McBride, head coach of the Saints, going to join us. That's all coming up as you're watching and listening to Holy Cross basketball right here on the award-winning Regional Radio Sports Network.
Score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card that can help you take charge of those long-awaited projects or cover unexpected emergency needs. It not only comes with a low rate, but offers everything you need, including no annual fees. No balance transfer fees, easy cash advances at ATMs, and much more. Don't miss out on a good play. Take charge of those projects and score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card. Learn more and apply today at tcunet.com/credit card.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger now features Burger Mondays. Enjoy a fresh Angus burger with lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and mayo plus fries for just $5.49. Beef's also has award-winning wings, game-time pizza, salads, and wraps. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, they also have dine-in and carry-out service available and are open for lunch at 11 a.m. 7 days a week. For more information, give them a call, 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports.
Holy Cross basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey, and now join us here, Mike McBride, head coach of the Saints, coming in with a record of 10-8 here on this Wednesday evening men's and women's doubleheader against Calumet College of St. Joseph. The Saints also 4-5 in conference play. They're taking on the Crimson Wave. And Coach, we'll start with this. It was a tough loss at home on Saturday against Robert Morris, a top 25 team here at home. 94-80 was the final, but it was 53-50 at halftime. We talked about the pace of the game before the game on Saturday. How did you think your boys came out on Saturday?
Well, we played well. We just got caught up in a game that doesn't favor us and really favored Robert Morris. If we would have been down 3 at the half and the score would have been 33-30, I'd have felt a lot better than it being up in the 50s. I told our team after the game, I think the contest was probably decided the last 3:56 of the half. We were up 8. And took a timeout, had the ball, and missed a layup that would have put us up 10. The missed layup isn't much of a concern, but they scored 17 points in the last 3:56. So the game really they go from being down to having a lead and really started pushing the tempo of the game, which is not the style of play that's going to be conducive for us to win. So I thought we played well. I thought we played very, very hard. We're really down in numbers right now, so guys are logging a lot of minutes. I think they competed the whole time, just didn't have enough to overcome a really good team.
Carl Columbus now, 3 games under his belt. He came in pretty quickly in that first half, played the rest of the half. I thought played pretty well. It seemed like the biggest thing that kind of took him down was the start in the second half when he missed a few shots that just didn't fall his way, or that were falling in the first half, rather. You had to take him out for a second there to kind of get his feet back underneath him. What was the message to him after the game?
Well, there really wasn't a huge message to him. We took him out in the second half just to get him a little bit of rest, and then to try to calm him down. He missed, as you mentioned, some shots that he normally makes, and he's a very emotional player, and he's harder on himself than any of the coaches are on him. And so if he sees that things aren't going his way, he can really get down on himself, and that can kind of exacerbate the problem. So we took him out not as a punishment or to send a message, but just to give him 60 or 90 seconds to collect himself and then go back in and help the team.
Bryce Croson also, I thought, played pretty well for your ball club, grabbing rebounds, a lot of points as well, had a career number on Saturday. When you take a look at his progress from the start of the season now into to January, when you're really going to need him to kind of shine and get into a little bit of a groove here in conference play, your thoughts on how he's progressing?
He's been outstanding all year. I think what a lot of times people may forget about him is he had a double-double against Bethel and then got diagnosed with pneumonia. So he missed, as he was really coming into and catching a stride early in the year, he missed 3 or 4 weeks. And, pneumonia is a tough one to come back from because you're just shut down completely. So it's not like we can unwrap him and when he comes back, he's the same Bryce that left. It took him a little while to get his conditioning back, get a rhythm back. But he's going to be outstanding. And what he did Saturday isn't abnormal. I don't know that we can walk into every game and expect him to score 26, but that's the type of ability he has. That's the type of drive he has. He wants to be, like our other freshmen, he wants to be very, very good and is very highly motivated to perform at a high level, and I think that's something we'll see consistently out of him this year and beyond.
Well, and you mentioned some other freshmen, guys like Nate Miller, Ryan Lutz, Madison McCaffrey, I know is not a freshman, but new to the program this year. Those guys have been very consistent for you in the backcourt. A little bit of cold shooting, as we mentioned on Saturday. How important is it for them to get a quick start here tonight?
Well, they've been very, very consistent. As you mentioned, we've kind of ridden those guys all year, and they perform at a high level. Even when games haven't gone our way, they've competed and played at a high level. As far as today and getting a start, I think more so than them coming out and getting hot is we need to establish a game as one we can win in terms of tempo, style. Cal St. Joe, although they don't put up the same numbers that Robert Morris did, have that capability. They're very, very talented, very explosive on the perimeter. So if we allow them to get going in transition or give them some easy buckets early in rhythm, it can be a struggle. So I think just establishing a defensive identity early will be important.
Well, and you take a look at it. You mentioned the Robert Morris and the different styles maybe that you see here tonight. Robert Morris, the number one scoring team in the conference. When you take a look at Calumet St. Joe and what they bring to the table, more of a defensive mindset type of team, very similar to yourself. And when you take a look at it on paper, the numbers are pretty similar as well.
They are. They're a defense-first team, a very disciplined team on both sides of the ball. They don't turn it over a whole lot. They don't take bad shots. So on the offensive side, they're not going to beat themselves. And defensively, they're just very, very solid, very good. They don't do anything that's going to surprise you. They don't try to trick you. They're just very fundamental, very solid. And then they've got some. I mentioned their perimeter scoring, but their perimeter guys are very athletic, so they can pressure the ball. They've got active hands. They can get in the passing lanes, so they can do things defensively and offensively, although they're very sound. Not although they're very sound, but being very sound in what they do. Just a very difficult matchup on defense and offense.
All right, Coach, break it down for us. What are the keys for tonight?
Well, I think, as we've talked about a couple times throughout here, is just establishing a game that fits our style. We can't be anything other than who we are, and as simple as that sounds, Saturday we got caught up in a game that wasn't who we were. We weren't going to be successful playing in that high of a possession game. I think today it should be a little bit easier because Cal St. Joe is comfortable playing not a slower game, but a lower possession game. But they're very good at it. So, I think if we can be a team that at our core is just very, very hard to play against on both sides of the ball, and we get a consistent performance from our key guys, and if we can have one or two guys off the bench, maybe that could get a couple of extended minutes. We can't have Nate Miller, for example, playing 39 minutes a night. If we could get someone that could give us an extra 4 or 5 minutes and step up and make a shot or two and not hurt us defensively, I think that'll go a long way towards a successful outcome.
Coach, best luck tonight.
Great.
Once again, that was Mike McBride, head coach of the Holy Cross Saints, joining us here tonight. I want to thank him for his time as his team trying to snap a losing streak right now in the season that started with Robert Morris on Saturday, 94-80. When you take a look at them, out of their last 4 games, they went 1-3, closing out the month of December with back-to-back losses to St. Ambrose out of Iowa and then Lawrence Tech up in Michigan. They get the victory to start off the new year against Trinity Christian, but then fall on Saturday against Robert Morris. So kind of an up-and-down type of season for Holy Cross, which has really just kind of been the MO of the 2015-2016 campaign, not only in terms of wins and losses, but when you look at it on the men's side of things, very similar to what the women were experiencing last year with injuries as well.
Well, one thing you have to take into consideration that they're starting 3 freshmen out here, and Ryan Lutz, Nate Miller, and Bryce Cozen, and then you have Madison McCaffrey, a transfer, and then really Adam Vizard was someone who was a role player last year, and Carl Columbus now is coming back. He had to sit out the first semester, and he's, as you mentioned earlier, he's going to only be seeing his 4th game, so he's really not really getting into any rhythm. The guys who you were counting on are sitting on the bench, O'Brien Hobbs and Dalton Wagler. So the Holy Cross is having to, try to find these different combinations. And I think Coach McBride hit the nail right on the head in the sense that Nate Miller is going to be important to this, but you can't have Nate Miller out there playing 40 minutes. Nate has to get a break so you can give some other guys a chance to play, and just for the defensive aspect. But I think tonight it starts for Holy Cross on the defensive end. They've got to find a way to pressure this Calumet College team and force them out of their rhythm offensively, and Holy Cross needs to be patient with the basketball and look the ball around for some good shots.
We talked about this on Saturday, and this is, again, the fourth game that the Saints are going to have Carl Columbus available after serving a 15-game suspension. And when you take a look at the numbers, 17.7 points per game, 8 rebounds. He's shooting 85% from the charity stripe, 39% from the floor, 2 assists and 2 steals on the season for Carl Columbus. We knew this going in. He's the type of player that's going to open things up for the shooters, and Ryan Lutz, Nate Miller, Madison McCaffrey as well. Because you're just going to have to pay attention to him. Obviously, he's not a three-point shooter himself. He likes to shoot it from 15 to 17 feet out or spin around and get to the rim somehow. What have you seen as we saw him for the first time on Saturday? What did you think of how he opened things up for other guys on the floor?
Well, for the one thing is when Carl hits his first couple shots, it gets him going. He gets into a rhythm offensively, and it gives him that confidence level. And you can just see when he's out there, he's like another coach out there on the floor in the sense that he can see things some of these younger guys don't see from an aspect because he's been out here. He's played through this. He's really, with the exception of him and Adam Vizard, these are, and I shouldn't say this because Coley Schulteis is out there as well, and Coley Schulteis has been a big factor for them as well. But if you look at it from an experience sense, Carl Columbus is really the only guy they have out here that's seen extended minutes in the sense because with Hobbs and Wagler now not available. So Carl Columbus is someone when he's getting to the free throw line. You saw him get to the free throw line 8 times in the first half, hit all 8 free throws. When he's doing that, teams feed off of his enthusiasm and his momentum, and he gets everybody else involved. And I just think for him, if he gets off to a good start, that's a good start for Holy Cross. You saw him do that in the first half, and then in the second half, he struggled. And what in the sense did you see from Holy Cross? They struggled in the second half.
Well, we heard Mike McBride talk about giving guys like Nate Miller some extra minutes on the bench to get some rest. Coley Schulteis, you mentioned him being a big part of this team, and I completely agree. He's the type of player that coach needs to make sure he gives them as good of minutes as he possibly can so he can allow for Nate Miller, Ryan Lutz, those type of guys to get a couple of extra minutes there on the bench. We're going to take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll get you all set up and ready to go for this one. A good matchup tonight between the Crimson Wave and the Saints here at the File Center. Back after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
Athletic Conference in the NAIA would like to welcome you to tonight's contest and ask that you join us in supporting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. Help us create a positive, competitive environment by showing respect for tonight's student-athletes, officials, and spectators. Holy Cross College is committed to the NAIA Champions of Character Initiative and asks for your help to create a positive, competitive environment. Please enjoy tonight's game. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor this great nation and this community with the singing of our national anthem by Jerron Phillips.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's that's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombers singing air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Ron Phillips. And thank you for the Holy Cross Pep Band. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're introducing the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First for the Crimson Wave of St. Joseph. Wearing number 4, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Michael Brooks. Wearing number 21, a senior from South Bend, Indiana, Marcus Moody. Wearing number 23, a senior from Chicago, Illinois, Johnny Baldwin. Wearing number 33, a junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, Tyler Goodell. And wearing number 34, a sophomore from Gary, Indiana, Anthony Cole. Head coach of the Crimson Wave, Ryan Sexton. And now for your Holy Cross save, wearing number 1, a junior from Hillsboro, Oregon, Madison McCaffrey. Wearing number 3, a guard from Granger, Indiana, Ryan Lutz. Wearing number 10, a freshman guard from Granger, Indiana, Nick Miller. Wearing number 32, a freshman forward from Springboro, Ohio, Bryce Rosen. And wearing number 40, a senior forward from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Adam Bizzard. Head coach, Mike.
All right, there you have it, the starting lineups for both teams, as both teams are ready to go here to start this men's side of things. Holy Cross to my left in their home white uniforms. Holy Cross written in maroon, trimmed in black. Maroon numbers in the front and back, trimmed in black as well. They'll move from left to right on your computer screen or electronic device. The visiting Crimson Wave in their road maroon uniforms with the gray numbers on the front and back, trimmed in white. CCSJ written in gray, trimmed in white on the fronts of the jerseys as well, with the gray and white trim down the shirts and shorts. It will be Bryce Crozen to jump along with Marcus Moody, the 6'7 senior, a local product as well out of South Bend, Indiana. Crozen wins the opening tip, and we are underway. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey, Zach Ricos upstairs working the camera here tonight. Ryan Lutz swing pass over here for Madison McCaffrey, trying to go backdoor for Nate Miller, but Moody was right there to intercept the pass. First turnover of the night. Back come the visiting Crimson Wave. Moody up top, swing pass to the near wing. Three-pointer on the way. It's off the mark that time for Anthony Cole. And the rebound will come out from Madison McCaffrey, and he almost throws it right back as Anthony Cole was in the passing lanes.
And you see Calumet St. Joe very aggressive here in the early going defensively, coming after them.
30 seconds into this one, we're all tied up at 0 apiece. 19.5 to play. Nate Miller with the basketball for Holy Cross. Out for Crozen here on the right elbow. Spins back, looking. Now going to put it on the floor himself. Spins around his defender, and Moody. Hook shot up. It's partially blocked. It's off the mark, and the rebound comes out for Tyler Goodell, for the visiting Crimson Wave. Now with the basketball on the drive. Hard drive for Moody that time as Baldwin was inside the lane. Here comes Goodell on the drive. Pass back out to the near corner. Three-point jump shot on the way. It's good for Michael Brooks, the 6'2 sophomore who went 6 out of 8 from the three-point line the last time these two teams met last year here in February. 3-0 your score. CCSJ with the lead as Crozen's underneath the basket, and he puts Holy Cross on the board. Gets the layup to go on the far side, and he picks up right where he left off on Saturday.
Good patience by Crozen there to not draw the attempt to try to get it blocked.
18.5 to play here in the first half. 3-2 your score. The visitors with the lead and the basketball. Moody up top. Gets it out now for Brooks on the right wing. He comes around the screen. Comes out for Goodell here in the left wing. Drives it out. Kicks it out now for Baldwin on the right side. Three-pointer up and in. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for the Crimson Wave. They come into tonight's contest shooting 37% from the three-point line. 6-2 your score. CCSJ with the lead. Crozen in the corner. He's going to try a three himself. That one's off the mark. The ball tipped around, and Baldwin comes away with the rebound. Baldwin now stops at the top of the key. Comes to his left. Hands it off in the left wing for Anthony Cole. Gets it now on the near side for Brooks. Michael Brooks around a screen. Stopped by Lutz down low for Moody. He gets around Crozen. Layup up on the near side won't go, and Nate Miller comes away with the rebound for the Saints. 17:35 to play here in the first half. 6-2 your score. Calumet College with the lead. Here's Lutz up top for three. He knocks it down. 6-5 as the Saints are back within one with 17:24 to play in the first half.
And that's when Ryan Lutz is at his best, when he's able to set himself up for that shot.
Goodell over here on the near side for Anthony Cole. Cole cut off by Ryan Lutz. Got away with a little bit of a shove. Here's Goodell on the near wing. Three-pointer up and in. 9 points for the visiting Crimson Wave. 3 3-point field goals, and they lead 9-5 as a result.
3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range.
Nate Miller angles to his right, looking for McCaffrey. We got a hold over on the far side from Michael Brooks, the 6'2 sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois. He'll pick up his first, team's first here in the first half. 16:58 to play in half number one.
Looks like we're going to have a substitution here right away. Josh Freeman.
Freeman will replace Anthony Cole. 5'11 senior out of Chicago, Illinois. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal per contest. Adam Vizard on the floor as well for the Saints. Getting it back out for McCaffrey. Back to Vizard in the left short corner. Nate Miller on the left side. Looking, comes to his right, finds Lutz up top. Now gets it down low for Bryce Crozen, and that pass is a little long. Off the hands of Crozen, out of bounds, and a turnover for the Saints.
Yeah, just led him a little bit too far. 2 turnovers now for the Saints.
9-5, still your score. Back come the Crimson Wave the other way with the lead. Michael Brooks up top. Now to Moody on the right side. Swing pass down low for Baldwin on the right block. Far side, Baldwin, layup up, no good. Good defense by Ryan Lutz. Gave a little bit of ground, but never gave up the basket. Madison McCaffrey the other way for Holy Cross. Lutz on the near side to Crozen. Thought about the three. Puts the ball on the deck, comes back up for McCaffrey with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Miller, Lutz off the swing pass to the left wing. Pulls up from left short corner from 15. Can't get it to go on the fadeaway. The ball's tipped out and into the hands, that time of Tyler Goodell. 4 minutes into this game, and it's a 9-5 ball game with the lead for the Crimson Wave. They've had it all night long so far. Here's Baldwin along the baseline, around McCaffrey, and gets the layup to go. Good move that time by Johnny Baldwin, the 6-foot senior, averaging 11 points per contest. He gets 2 there.
Baldwin with 5-0 run for the Crimson Wave right now.
Crozen out for McCaffrey, left wing. Gets around his man, lobs it up for Vizard on the near side block. Layup up too strong, and the rebound tapped around, out of bounds, off of Vizard. And Carl Columbus quickly enters the ball game for Holy Cross with 15:31 to play here in the first half. Also into the game for the first time, the 6'3 junior out of Chicago, Karan Linton. 8 points, 3 rebounds, shooting 52% from the floor.
And those opportunities around the basket are ones you've got to take advantage of for Holy Cross.
Nice job by Ryan Lutz getting a hand in the passing lane there. It will be Linton with the basketball now, trying to get around his screen. Goes to his left for Freeman. Now in the corners, Baldwin. He gets a screen from Moody. Pulls up from 3 in front of Carl Columbus. Can't knock it down. Linton trying to get the rebound offensively. He can't. Carl Columbus makes a save for Holy Cross. Back on the Saints the other way. They got some numbers. Crozen now drives inside the lane. Attacks the basket. Layup won't go. Columbus almost with the offensive rebound, but coming away with it is Baldwin. Up ahead for Linton in transition. Layup won't go. Baldwin offensive rebound. His putback won't go, and Crozen grabs it for Holy Cross. Back and forth we go here at the File Center as Carl Columbus' first shot from the left short corner won't go. And we got a foul on the visiting Crimson Wave. They're going to get this one on Karan Linton.
That'll be his first, team second.
And we're going to see Jose Ramirez, a 6'7 sophomore, in for the first time tonight, wearing jersey number 5. He's going to replace Moody on the floor. 11-5 your score. Holy Cross trails by 6. They have the basketball, though. They get it to Lutz off the inbounds, and Lutz knocks it in from 17. 11-7, 14:33 to play here in the first half.
5 now for Lutz.
Linton now here on the near wing. Gets around a screen from Goodell. Out for Freeman to Baldwin in the corner. Now gets the screen from Ramirez. Now a give and go. Back to Ramirez off the pick, and he's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line for 2.
They're going to get Bryce Croson for that. That'll be the first foul here on Holy Cross. Ramirez is going to head to the free throw line.
Ramirez on the season, a 71% free throw shooter. First free throw is up and in for the sophomore, who averages 6 points per contest. He gets his first there. 12-7 your score, 14-19 to play here in the first half. He'll get one more, and the second free throw is up and will rattle home. Lead back up to 6 for the Crimson Wave. It ties their largest lead of the night. Nate Miller across half court, and we're going to have a foul away from the basketball. A hold on Karan Linton. And it will be Carl Columbus who will draw the foul. Linton will head to the bench as he's going to be replaced by Anthony Cole.
And Linton came in the game, took 2 shots, picked up 2 fouls, and he's probably going to wind up sitting on the bench the rest of the half unless something comes up, as we'll see Michael Ogner-Pedersen replacing Croson.
So Holy Cross to inbound underneath their own basket. Miller to do the honors for the Saints. Looking, finds Lutz at the last possible minute. Quickly up ahead for Columbus. Swing pass down low for Vizard. He gets the layup on the near side. Great ball movement off the inbounds for Holy Cross. They get 2 points as a result. They trail 13-9 with 13:58 to play here in the first half.
That's good. If that's going to be there, Holy Cross has to finish.
So now over here to the near side's Anthony Cole. To Freeman, to Goodell. Long 3 that time, and Goodell's able to knock it in from another area code over there on the far side. 16-9 your score. Lead up to 7 now for the Crimson Wave, their largest of the night.
Goodell 2 for 2 from 3-point range.
Lutz hands it off for Columbus. Backs it back over for Lutz. Left wing, wide open. Ryan knocks down the 3-point jump shot. Ryan Lutz has 2 3-pointers tonight. That's 51 on the season now. And the freshman out of Penn High School keeping his team in the ball game. 16-12 your score, 13:15 to play here in the first half. Freeman on the far side gets around a screen. Now comes out for Cole on the right wing. Down low for Ramirez, guarded by Pedersen. He brings the double team from Lutz. Lutz quickly back out for Cole. Now to Ramirez. Up top for Goodell. Thought about the long 3. Still thinking about it. He's going to take it to the last minute and knocks it in. Couple of shot fakes, couple of jab steps, and he hits it in from about 40 feet out. I don't know what you're going to want to do defensively if you're Adam Visser on that play.
Well, you got to put a hand in his face. He did that, and he hit it. That's all you can do. You tip your cap to him.
Columbus drives inside the lane. Ball deflected around off of the Saints. It's a turnover, and we head into the first media timeout with the Saints trailing by 7. 19-12 your score, 12:38 to play in the first half. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Holy Cross Basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
Welcome back here to the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey. 12:38 to play here in the first half. 19-12 your score. The Crimson Wave with the early lead here in the first half. Let's throw over to Matt Copsey for some numbers.
6 of 12 for Calumet, 5 of 11 for Holy Cross.
Coley Schulteis into the game for the first time here tonight. Carl Columbus, Masson McCaffrey, Adam Vizard, Michael Ogner-Pedersen, and Coley Schulteis on the floor for the Saints off the media timeout. Goodell here to the near side. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it up top now for Michael Brooks. Brooks takes a long three-point look. That's off the mark, and Columbus gets the rebound for the Saints. Columbus working to his right. Wanted a hand check. Won't get it. Comes up top for McCaffrey. Three-point jump shot at the top. Won't get it to go. Pedersen to Columbus. Back for McCaffrey as the Saints get another offensive possession. Here's Columbus now on the drive. Ball stripped around. Pedersen comes away with it for the Saints. Out for McCaffrey. Another three-point look. This time he knocks it down. Madison McCaffrey, the JUCO transfer, with his 49th three-point jump shot of the season. And the Saints are back within 4, 19-15, as Pedersen gets the steal for the Saints. 11:34 to play in the half as McCaffrey in transition takes another wide-open three. This time he won't connect. Brooks on the long rebound for CCSJ. And the Crimson Wave will slow things down. 11:20 to play here in the first half as we haven't really gotten a set pace of the game. It's been quick, and then it's been slow, and back to being quick again. Here's Ramirez on the near side block. Hook shot around. Pedersen won't get it. He gets his own offensive rebound as Ogner-Pedersen completely forgot to box out on the play. And the visiting Crimson Wave going to make him pay for that one. 21-15 your score.
Offensive rebound.
Vizard out for Columbus. Now to Schulteis. Swings it over for McCaffrey. Left wing, wraparound pass for Pedersen to the left short corner. Now pulls up from 17. He can't get that one to go. Vizard trying to grab the rebound. We're going to have a foul on Adam Vizard with an over the back. And that's a tough call to listen to if you're Mike McBride, as Vizard, it seemed like, was tripped in the middle of the air.
Well, you could either say that, or you could say that he was the one that the guys from Calumet St. Joe are the ones that had the position, and he's the one that came in there and disrupted it. But Mike McBride asking for an explanation right now. The result is a foul.
So up top is Linton. Swings it over for Brooks. Now we're here for Baldwin. Offensive foul. Great effort defensively by Masson McCaffrey. And that's going to force a turnover. 10:28 to play here in the first half.
And that's just a situation there where McCaffrey kept his position. Result is a turnover.
Columbus across the half-court line. He'll run the point. Stops on the right wing. Comes up top for Lutz. He wasn't ready for it, but still gathers it for the Saints. The ball deflected out of bounds as Schulteis just lets it go. And the Saints will inbound it on the far side.
And you can tell right away that Calumet St. Joe is making a concerted effort of trying to deny Carl Columbus the basketball. He's only gotten off one shot so far.
So Schulteis to inbound, gets it out for McCaffrey. Back for Schulteis in the corner. Works to his right, now stops, look for Columbus on the wraparound pass. Instead, it'll come up for McCaffrey with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Saints going to have to move with it. 3 seconds. Schulteis, 2 seconds. Throws it up. It's blocked, and that's a shot. They're going to let that one go. Baldwin comes away with the rebound. Up for Linton, and Karan Linton can't get the layup to go. Crozen mistimed his jump, but it's thrown into the hands of Masson McCaffrey. Back come the Saints the other way. McCaffrey to Schulteis to Lutz. Back to McCaffrey on the right side. Gets around one defender to Schulteis in the corner. And the Saints will stop and slow things down a little bit. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Columbus trying to go one-on-one. Fadeaway jumper from 12 out. That one won't fall. And it's deflected off the hands of Bryce Crozen as Nate Miller comes in for the Saints to run the point guard position.
And that's usually the sweet spot there for Carl Columbus, for the little outside jumper there from the corners.
9:25 to play here in the first half, and a 6-point advantage for the Crimson Wave. Brooks to Linton on the left elbow. Out to the right, Moody on the drive, driving on Crozen. He traveled with the basketball. Good call.
Got a little ahead of himself there. Third turnovers. We'll see Adam Vizard come in to replace Carl Columbus.
And I like that move for Mike McBride, similar to what we saw on Saturday at the start of the second half, Matt, when Columbus's shots weren't falling for him. You could see he was clearly frustrated. Mike McBride took him out, Got his legs underneath him, and I think that's a move he's trying to do here. Closing in on 9 minutes to play here in the first half. 6-point advantage for the Crimson Wave. The Saints with the basketball, though. It'll be Nate Miller on the far side into the corner to Vizard for McCaffrey on the left elbow. Out for Crozen now, trying to get around Moody. Stops, spins, hook shot up, no good. Rebound tapped around and into the hands now of Johnny Baldwin. Saints just not getting any good looks at the basket. Credit the defense of the Crimson Wave.
Yeah, they're really, you saw Bryce Crozen there. He tried to alter his shot to make something happen, and he wasn't real comfortable with that.
Baldwin out for Brooks in the corner, in the wing for the three-pointer, and he gets it over Nate Miller to go. 24-15, largest lead of the night for the Crimson Wave.
Good patience there by Calumet St. Joe's. There's a turnover.
Yeah, Nate Miller throws that one away. Brooks on the other side draws the foul, gets the bucket to go, and he'll get one more opportunity from the free throw line.
And that's a frustration foul for Nate Miller there. Makes the turnover, tries to come back, make something happen, and it gets the turnover instead.
The wheels starting to come off here in the first half for Holy Cross with 8:20 to play. 26-15, potentially 27 if Brooks can knock this in. He's a 76% free throw shooter. First free throw's up and good. So 27-15, double-digit lead for the Crimson Wave. Miller across half court, looking to his right. Now comes back to his left, looking for Lutz. Gets it to Vizard. Left elbow. McCaffrey off a screen from Miller. Now to Crozen in the corner. Back up top looking for Nate's Way. He finds him. Now to Lutz in the wing. Ryan Lutz looks to his left, stops, and he draws a foul.
Freeman's going to pick up the first foul, team fifth.
Carl Columbus will come back into the game for the Saints. And he'll replace Vizard. Columbus to inbound now for the Saints, looking for Lutz in the corner. Gets it to him. Now to Crozen. As they wrap it around the perimeter, McCaffrey in the left wing, looking from a double screen to Lutz. Top of the key. Three-pointer, it's good. Ryan Lutz coming off a double screen, and Josh Freeman was not happy with himself after that play. 27-18, 7:42 to play here in the first half.
Lutz now with 11.
Brooks now swings it over to the corner. Freeman in the corner for three, and he can't get it to go. Holy Cross with the rebound for Crozen as he gets it up for Nate Miller. Holy Cross still plenty of time to make a run here in the first half. Just got to get better shot selection. McCaffrey with a long three. That one won't fall. Crozen taps it around. Columbus gets the rebound for the Saints. Now to Columbus at the free throw line for Miller. Jumps it down low. Crozen on the near side. Shot fake. Draws the foul. A lot of contact. No call. Freeman the other way is going to throw it away. 6:58 to play here in the first half as the Saints back the other way with the basketball.
And it seems like Calumet St. Joe wants to play at that helter-skelter pace to try to get Holy Cross into that rhythm they don't want to play at.
Crozen up top, thought about the three, hands it off for McCaffrey, now back for Miller. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nate comes to Lutz in the wing. 7 seconds. Lutz puts it on the floor, and he draws the foul.
That's going to be 2 fouls on Freeman, 6 on the team now. I think we're going to have a media timeout here at the 6:36 mark.
We will. 27-18 your score. We'll be back after this. You're watching Holy Cross basketball as they trail by 9 right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we'll always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back here to the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey, Zach Ricos upstairs working the camera here tonight. 27-18 your score, 6:36 to play here in the first half. Fresh off the media timeout, the Saints trail by 9. Let's throw over to Matt Capsey for some numbers.
The Calumet St. Joe is 9 out of 18 for 50%. Holy Cross is 7 out of 21 for 33%.
Nate Miller to inbound for the Saints underneath their own basket here to the near side. McCaffrey works to his left, comes out for Miller in the wing. Miller looking, gets it out for Schulteis up top to McCaffrey. As the Saints continue to set screen after screen to try and get some of these shooters open. Pedersen to McCaffrey. Crosses it over, looking for Schulteis in there for the passing lane is Anthony Cole. Another turnover for the Saints here. They only average 13 a game.
They have 5-4 for Calumet St. Joe.
Cole here to the near wing. 6:04 to play here in the first half. Goodell up top, swings it over now for John Lorenz, who we're seeing for the first time tonight. Lorenz, a 6'1 junior. He drives the lane, gets it to Goodell in the corner. Three-pointer up, it's off the mark. McCaffrey gets the rebound for the Saints.
Third rebound already for McCaffrey. Holy Cross looking to try to slow it down, try to get in the corner. I think they got to try to find a way to get the ball into Ryan Lutz's hands. He's had the hot hand so far.
McCaffrey on the near wing to Miller in the corner. He drives the baseline, gets it to Pedersen. Trying to work around his man. Shot up. Hook shot won't go over Moody, and the rebound comes out for the Crimson Wave.
Wait till we're set. Wait till we're set.
Carl Columbus will check in at the next opportunity. Michael Brooks hands it off for Cole, who will hand it off for Lorenz to Moody. To Goodell up top. Swings it down for Cole. Turnaround shot up and in.
First basket for Cole. Lead up to 11 now.
5:03 to play here in the first half.
Calumet St. Joe's biggest lead was at 12 at one time at 27-15.
And Mike McBride wants a timeout. 4:52 to play in the first half. 12 seconds on the shot clock. It's a full timeout taken by Mike McBride. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching and listening to Holy Cross basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card that can help you take charge of those long-awaited projects or cover unexpected emergency needs. It not only comes with a low rate, but offers everything you need, including no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, easy cash advances at ATMs, and much more. Don't miss out on a good play. Take charge of those projects and score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card. Learn more and apply today at tcunet.com/credit cards.
4:52 to play here in the first half. 29-18 your score. Crimson Wave out of Calumet College of St. Joseph with the lead here in the first half. Holy Cross will have the basketball. Taking a full timeout was Mike McBride. Matt, as you take a look at it, Holy Cross continues to struggle finding good open looks at the basket. The one person who's kind of figured things out has been Ryan Lutz, but right now the Crimson Wave kind of making sure he doesn't touch the basketball.
Well, and right before the timeout, you saw Mike McBride call for Brian Aldridge, is going to check in the ball game, and I think this is going to be because he's another outside shot opportunity, somebody that they don't really know about, that maybe he can kind of sneak out of the way and get himself open in the corner. So Holy Cross looks to be going with a little bit of a smaller lineup here.
Brian Aldridge, Carl Columbus, Nate Miller, Michael Auger-Pedersen, and Ryan Lutz out on the floor for Holy Cross. Miller up top, 8 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to do something going. Gets inside the lane, turn around, spin around, hook shot won't go, and the rebound will come out for Anthony Cole. Poor shot selection for the Saints has been the story here in the first half, and mix that in with the Crimson Wave knocking in a few three-point jump shots. Been a recipe for an 11-point lead for the Crimson Wave. Here's up top is Brooks. Wraparound pass on the near side. Near block is Moody. Back to Brooks. Three-pointer up, and that one won't go. Good opportunity, though, for the Crimson Wave.
I think you're going to get a foul here on Moody. Moody's going to get for a push-off over there.
That was a throw down there for Pedersen, as that's the team's 7th, and Pedersen will head to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity where he's an 82% free throw shooter.
And this opportunity where Holy Cross is going to have to connect here. You got a chance to take put some points on the board and no time off the clock.
One thing I've noticed in the differences between these two teams defensively, Matt, has been the way Holy Cross has defended the inside-out game for the Crimson Wave versus the way the Crimson Wave have done it to Holy Cross, advantage highly in the favor of the visitors as that first free throw is in there for Pedersen.
Well, you can tell that Holy Cross is, with the size, they're thinking they're going to try to pound the ball inside, and they're leaving them open, and they're hitting those shots from the outside, as you mentioned.
Pedersen's second free throw's up and good as well. It's a 9-point advantage for the Crimson Wave. Matt, 4:15 to play here in the first half. If you had a target number for Holy Cross at halftime, what would it be?
I think you need to get it to around 5 or 6 points at this point.
Ramirez into the game for the Crimson Wave. Swings it to the left. Here's Goodell back up top with a three-pointer. That one won't go. And Pedersen comes away with the rebound for the Saints. Up ahead quickly is Columbus. He drives inside the lane, and he gets the layup to go on the near side. That's the move that's going to spark something for Carl Columbus right there. Good aggressive move to the basket.
Well, you needed another stop defensively now. Down to 7.
Cole splits the double team. Comes up top now for Baldwin. He gets inside the lane. Layup up too strong. Ramirez with the offensive rebound. He draws the foul.
Once again, a situation where Holy Cross didn't box out and you let Ramirez get in there to get the rebound. Columbus picks up his first foul. That's only 4 team fouls. Ramirez already 2 for 2 from the line. He'll shoot 2 more. He's got 4 points total. Make it 5 as that one's nothing but net.
One more free throw for Ramirez. His lead's back up to 8, trying to get it to 9. He can't do that, and Columbus comes away with the rebound. And they're going to have a foul on Pedersen on the rebound as he looked to be shoving Karan Linton on the play. So that'll give the ball right back to the Crimson Wave. That's not what you want if you're Mike McBride.
No, and it was one of those, I think, I don't know where it came from or how it could have been. The result is they're going to get the ball.
Should have been a
jump
travel.
ball.
Baldwin up top, three-pointer up. It's off the mark. Lutz with the rebound. So the Saints end up getting the stop, but that's a tough call against Pedersen as Columbus drives the lane. Shot up, won't get it to go, though, and Ramirez will come away with the rebound.
For the most part, it's been one and done for Holy Cross on the offensive end.
Johnny Baldwin to bring it across half court. He gets it out for Ramirez. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff for Linton. Instead comes back for Baldwin, who's going to back down the smaller Nate Miller on the near side block. Good defense by Miller. Back up for Ramirez. He knocks in the long 2. Jose Ramirez 0 for 3 from the three-point line, but a 47% free throw or field goal shooter. He knocks in the long 2 there to get the lead back up to double digits. It's at 10. Here's a 3 in the corner that time for Aldridge. Won't go, and the rebound comes out for the visiting Crimson Wave.
And it's getting danger time again for Holy Cross. You got to come up with a couple stops here to lead back up to 10.
Karan Linton swings it for Cole to Goodell here in the near wing. Back up top for Cole with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Almost lost the handle on it. Goodell stops, shot fake, back to Ramirez. That's another long 2, and that's good. Same spot he hit it the time before, and the lead's up to 12, which ties its largest of the night for the Crimson Wave, who have led the entire half.
Ramirez comes in averaging 6. He's got 9.
Aldridge to Pedersen in the left short corner. Shot fake, jab step now. Backs his man down, looking to back down Ramirez. Stops, turns, spin move. Shot is up, but he's fouled that time by Anthony Cole.
And for Cole, that's going to be his first, team 8th.
Crozen's going to be coming in for Pedersen at the next opportunity, so.
Pedersen already 2 for 2 from the line. The Saints down as that one's going to be off the mark. This is their biggest deficit of the night at 12. As you mentioned, Crozen will be coming in after this free throw, which is no good, but...
Yeah, Pedersen's bleeding on the lip as he'll head to the bench.
Well, he was coming out anyway.
Mike McBride not happy with the fact that Pedersen was on the floor bleeding. I think he wanted a foul called earlier on, not necessarily on the one that he got for Pedersen, but earlier in the half, saying that if he's bleeding, it's because there's contact made. He's not making himself bleed. 1:45 to play here in the first half. 34-22 your score. The Crimson Wave have led the entire way here so far. They lead by 12, which ties their largest. Up top is Brooks. Pulls up just inside the top of the key. That's going to be off the mark, and Columbus comes away with the rebound for Holy Cross. Columbus across the timeline now. He'll run the point. Lutz trying to get open from a couple of screens. Columbus drives and gets the ball stripped away by Brooks. Back come the Crimson Wave. Brooks will slow things down, though, with 1:15 to play here in the first half.
6 turnovers now for Holy Cross.
It'll be Baldwin to Brooks, who will swing it back around here to Linton on the near wing. To Goodell, back for Baldwin with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Closing inside of 60 seconds to play here in the first half. Brooks works to his left. Doesn't take the screen. Now does from to his right. 2 seconds left. 1 second left, and that'll be a shot clock violation against the Crimson Wave and a turnover.
Good job defensively by Holy Cross, especially around the three-point line. They didn't allow them to get off that. They didn't allow Brooks to get off that shot.
If you're Holy Cross, the ideal situation, regardless if it's a 2 or a 3, 2 scores, 1 stop. That's all you need.
Well, I think at this point you want to get it under double digits going into the locker room.
It all starts with this possession as Nate Miller will walk up the basketball. Ryan Lutz, Bryce Croson, Carl Columbus, Adam Vizard, and Nate Miller on the floor. Croson to Miller. And a little bit of a zone defense for the Crimson Wave. To Croson in the corner for Lutz. Thought about it. Bows back for Croson in the corner. To Vizard now. To Columbus, who cuts underneath the basket, and he's stuffed by the bottom of the backboard. 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock, and the Crimson Wave is going to slow things down.
Looks like they're going to be content to play for almost the final shot of the half.
Michael Brooks guarded by Nate Miller. Up near midcourt, trying to get around Miller. Hands it off for Baldwin. Baldwin gets some contact. Now hands it off for Karan Linton. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Goodell, long 3, up and in. That might do it here for the first half. It will. The Saints can't get a shot up, and 20 minutes in, Holy Cross finds themselves in a little bit of a hole. They trail 37-22 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll recap the first half. That's all coming up as you're watching Holy Cross basketball right here on the award-winning Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
Winston Churchill's immortal words stirred an entire country in the face of certain defeat. Today, these words give each of us the courage to reach for our own victories.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never.
Commitment. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Welcome back here to the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demerio alongside me, Pat O'Connor and Matt Copsey here as we're at halftime on the men's side of things at the File Center. Holy Cross trailing the visiting Crimson Wave out of Calumet College of St. Joseph 37-22. And as Matt Copsey's adding up the numbers here, we'll throw it over for some chalk talk with Pat O'Connor, as Pat is a member of the Pep Band, so he's enjoying his time across the way in the stands. But when you take a look at it, Pat, the women get the big victory in the first game, but right now the men just struggling here in the first half to get some good looks at the basket.
Yeah, Adam, I love my Saints, but it seems like we came out a little bit lethargic. I think 3 of the first 4 field goals for St. Joe were 3-point field goals, and we weren't getting out on shooters. It reminded me a lot on Saturday, but the thing that we did on Saturday better was score. We're getting to the bucket, we're just not making layups, and all Cal's doing is they're in a little a man-to-man offense or defense, and we're just not making our shots on offense, and then defensively we're not getting out on shooters. So it's pretty frustrating over there for me as a fan to trying to urge my Saints on. It seems like we're just a little bit lethargic.
If you're Mike McBride right now at halftime and you take a look at your team, you're down by 15. In no way is this game over. There's still 20 minutes to play. This is a Holy Cross team that if you give them some open looks along the perimeter, they can knock it down. We saw Ryan Lutz do that in the first half. How do you get Ryan Lutz open a little bit more? And then if you're guys like Madison McCaffrey and Nate Miller, what are you saying to yourself here at halftime?
Yeah, I think for Madison especially, you heard Coach Mike McBride say at one point, it seemed like he was just running on the baseline back and forth. So if you're him, you got to do, he's moving without the ball, but you have to move more effectively without the ball. Make harder cuts, maybe set a screen down for a post guy. And one thing I'd like to see from the offense is to get him to move the ball inside and out. It seems like a lot of times we'll pass it around the perimeter and then try to get a look inside, but there's not a great motion of inside and outside. And if you're Ryan Lutz, I think you just got to keep shooting. Again, same thing, make effective cuts, fake a cut to the basket, pop out, and get the ball for 3. So I think they're right on the edge. But again, defensively, Adam, we just got to get out on their shooters. They have 7 made 3-point buckets at half. That's 21 points, and we're down 15. So if we get out on the shooters a little bit and make better movement without the basketball on offense, we definitely have a chance to make this one a ball game in the second half.
Matt, when you take a look at it, you made a statement in terms of the offensive rebounds for Calumet St. Joe. We saw that on the women's side of things as well. Holy Cross was giving away some offensive rebounds, but the difference is between the men and women's games, the men are knocking down those second chance opportunities.
Well, 5 offensive rebounds for Calumet St. Joe, 3 for Holy Cross, but the difference is it's 21-13, and what it's the matter of speaking is that Holy Cross, for the most part, their shots have been one and done. Calumet is 7 out of 15 from 3-point range compared to 4 for 10 for Holy Cross. And Pat made the point, you got to get it, you got to go out and guard them. That's what it comes down to. You got to give credit to Goodell for knocking down the one from 35 feet, but for the other ones, it's because Calumet St. Joe is setting those screens and they're allowing them to get those open looks.
Pat, one thing that Mike McBride made very clear in his pregame comments was the fact that Nate Miller on Saturday played 39 minutes. He doesn't want Nate Miller playing 39 minutes. He needs some more support from his bench, especially with a roster with only 9 available bodies. What have you seen from the Holy Cross bench so far here tonight?
Well, you look at a guy like Carl Columbus. He technically does come off the bench, and and he's played a good game. But one thing for Carl, especially off the bench, is that sometimes it seems like he forces some shots, and he's a great shooter. But we saw a couple down here where he's just like knocking it off the bottom of the rim, not really knowing where he is on the court. So when it comes to Carl, he's got to do a little bit better job of finishing at the rim. And then you look at guys like Coley Schulteis. I think Coley's a little bit tentative to shoot at times. I think he could shoot. We saw Brian Aldridge come in, and he had a shot. He's a good shooter. He'll get those to fall. So I think just collectively, they're not always bad shots at him, but, they just need to fall a little bit more. But, again, without the bench tonight, we'd be in a lot more hurt than we are. We are down 15, but I think everybody just needs to start, maybe settle down a little bit on offense, get out on the shooters defensively. And like you said, Adam, this game is far from over. We just got to, come out and have a really good first 5 minutes of the second half.
All right, Pat, as we'll let you get to your pep man after this. Real quick, though, your keys to the second half for Holy Cross.
Well, I think, you have to get out on Tyler Goodell, number 33. He's 4 of 6 from 3-point land, so I think they did a better job in the first half, the second half of the first half, getting out on him more. But I think if we just get out on their shooters, limit their 3-point shooting, and for us, we just got to work the ball inside, outside, get better looks in the paint and beyond the arc, and we'll have a chance here.
All right, that's been some Chalk Talk with Pat O'Connor. Pat, thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Matt Copsey will give us our first half stats once again at halftime. 37-22 your score. Holy Cross trails the visiting Crimson Wave out of Calumet College of St. Joseph. Back after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
Winston Churchill's immortal words stirred an entire country in the face of certain defeat. Today, these words give each of us the courage to reach for our own victories.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never.
Commitment. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Welcome back here to the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey here, as we're about 6 minutes away from getting the second half started. Let's throw over to Matt Copsey for our halftime numbers. Once again, Holy Cross trails 37-22.
Thanks, Adam, for Calumet St. Joe. Michael Brooks, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 9 points. Marcus Moody missed his only shot of the first half, but he had 2 assists, 3 blocks, and 1 steal. Johnny Baldwin, 2 of 7 from the field for 5 points. Tyler Goodell, 4 of 6 from the field for 12 points. Anthony Cole, 1 of 2 from the field for 2 points. Josh Freeman, 0 of 1 from the field, did not score. Jose Ramirez off the bench, 3 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 points. John Lorenzen played but did not score. And Karan Linton, 0 of 2 from the field. Calumet St. Joe in the first half, 13 out of 29 for 45%. As Pat mentioned, 7 out of 15 from three-point range for 47%. They were 4 out of 5 from the free throw line for 80%. For Holy Cross, Bryce Croson, 1 of 6 from the field for 2 points. Adam Vizard, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 points. Madison McCaffrey, 1 of 4 from the field, 3 points. Ryan Lutz, 4 of 5 from the field, including 3 of 3 from three-point range, 11 points. Nate Miller, 0 of 1 from the field. Brian Aldridge, 0 of 1 from the field. Carl Columbus, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 points. Coley Schulteis missed his only shot. And Michael Agner-Pedersen, 0 of 2 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 points. Holy Cross, 8 of 27 for 30%, 4 out of 10 from three-point range for 40%, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line for 50%. 21 rebounds in the first half for Calumet, 6 for Baldwin to lead the way, only 13 for Holy Cross, 4 for Croson. You had 6 assists in the first half for the Crimson Wave, 2 for Goodell and 2 for Moody. 5 turnovers for Calumet St. Joe. They had 4 block shots, 3 by Moody, 1 by Brooks, and they had 4 steals, 2 by Brooks, 1 by Moody, and 1 by Cole. Holy Cross had 5 assists, only 5 assists in the first half, 2 by Nate Miller. They were whistled for 6 turnovers, 1 block shot, that belonging to Agner-Pedersen, and they only had 4 steals, 1 each for McCaffrey, Lutz, Columbus, and Agner-Pedersen.
All right, that all adds up to a 37-22 lead for Calumet St. Joe over at Holy Cross here in a Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference showdown. Want to remind our listeners, you're home for all Holy Cross men's and women's events here on the Regional Radio Sports Network and online at www.rrsn.com. The next home game for Holy Cross will be a men's and women's doubleheader on Saturday, the 23rd of January, when the Saints will be taking on Cardinal Stritch. They'll be home for Cardinal Stritch, and then that following Wednesday, I believe, will be another men's and women's doubleheader here on the Regional Radio Sports Network against Indiana University South Bend. Those are the rest of the games at home here on the Regional Radio Sports Network for January. Matt, as you take a look at it, your keys to the second half for both teams, how does Holy Cross get back into this? Not only, obviously, since they're down 15, you're not going to get 15 right away, but how do you chip away at it?
Well, I think you got to take it in 5-minute increments. I think by the 15-minute mark, you want to have it to around 10 points, and then maybe at the 10-minute mark, you have it down to 6 points, and then maybe at the 5-minute mark you got it to 4 or 5, and then you just play from there. As you mentioned, Adam, you can't get it all back at once, but you also can't try to play in that way, in the sense that you're going to come out and try with a sense of, try to do it all at once. But I think they also have to come out and play with a sense of urgency, and I think defensively they have to find a way to put the clamps on Goodell and not let him get as many open looks. And I think it starts with the screens that Calumet's been able to do. I think offensively you need to find a way to get Bryce Croson and Carl Columbus involved offensively. Pat made a good point about Carl Columbus. When Carl Columbus is in a rhythm, it's when he's being able to drive to the basket. I think for the most part he's been frustrated because he's not been able to get those looks, and he's trying to force things. I think he just needs to let the game come to him, and I think good things will happen.
Other games around the CCAC tonight: Purdue North Central at IUSB. Olivet Nazarene, the number 14 team in the country, is at number 3 St. Francis out in Joliet, Illinois. Those are the top 2 teams in the South Division right now going at it here tonight. Trinity Christian is at Purdue Cal. St. X is at St. Ambrose. And Robert Morris will be at Cardinal Stritch. Again, Robert Morris in the latest poll at number 19 in the country, a team that beat Holy Cross by 24 here on Saturday, as both teams are getting ready to go here for the second half. We're about 60 seconds away. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the second half as you're watching and listening to Holy Cross basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card that can help you take charge of those long-awaited projects or cover unexpected emergency needs. It not only comes with a low rate, but offers everything you need, including no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, easy cash advances at ATMs, and much more. Don't miss out on a good play. Take charge of those projects and score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card. Learn more and apply today at tcunet.com/credit cards.
Welcome back here to the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey, Zach Ricos upstairs working the camera. Special thanks also goes out to Pat O'Connor at halftime in both the women and women's game, giving us his analysis. On the floor to start the second half for Holy Cross, Ryan Lutz, Nate Miller, Carl Columbus, Bryce Croson, and Adam Vizard on the floor for the Saints. For CCSJ, Michael Brooks along with Anthony Cole. It will be Tyler Goodell along with Marcus Moody and Johnny Baldwin, the original starters for the visiting Crimson Wave. We'll start with the basketball moving from left to right in their road maroon uniforms. Left to right on your computer screen or electronic device. It'll be Goodell on the left wing. To Cole on the handoff. He drives inside the lane. Feet got caught up, and they're going to get the foul on Carl Columbus on the foul. That looked to be just a little bit of feet getting caught up, Matt. Incidental contact, but instead it will be a foul.
It is. That's 2 fouls now on Columbus. You don't want to have him pick up that third one here real quick either.
Goodell up top, looking for Baldwin, finds him. He splits the double team, gets all the way inside, and he draws a foul. We'll see who that's on.
I think
Carl Columbus was in the area, but they get Croson.
I was going to say Bryce Croson's going to pick up his second foul. And now it seems like the Crimson Wave are trying to make a concerted effort of taking the ball to the basket instead of setting up from the outside.
19:37 to play here in the regulation, as the first free throw is up and good for Baldwin.
Baldwin now with 6 points.
Lead up to 16. It's largest of the night for Calumet College of St. Joseph.
And they're currently on a 9-0 run now going back to the end of the half. Make it 10.
So Holy Cross with its first offensive possession here with 19:36 to play in the second half. Nate Miller across the timeline. Works to his right, looking for Lutz. Now gets it out on the wraparound of Vizard. Vizard in the right corner. Comes back up top for... No, he's thinking about Miller. Now he goes for Carl Columbus in the corner. Columbus backs his man down. Nice pass to Vizard across the lane, and Vizard gets the layup to go on the near side. That's the type of pass that Carl Columbus loves to make to his teammates.
And that's the one where you have to be aware of what's coming on. Carl has such good court awareness.
Baldwin on the far side gets the screen for Moody. Out for Cole on the left wing. Down low for Moody. Tries to back around Bryce Croson. Spinning around. Comes back for Cole. Three-pointer on the way. It's in and out. No good. And Croson gets the rebound. Holy Cross with another stop defensively. Lutz gets the screen up top to Miller in the corner. Wraps it back around to the right for Croson. Shot fake. Gets around. Draws the double team. And Marcus Moody takes it away from Croson. Another turnover for the Saints. They're backing away defensively. Moody got away with the travel as he gets it out for Brooks in the corner. Out for Cole to Goodell. Swing pass over the near side for Baldwin. To Cole in the wing. To Brooks in the corner. Guarded by Lutz. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks driving around. Splits a double team. Splits another double team. Gets inside the lane, but the ball got stripped by Ryan Lutz. Great job defensively by Holy Cross.
Too much dribbling there. That's what caused the turnover.
Miller in the wing. Looking for Columbus in the corner now. Up top for Visser, back for Lutz on the left side. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Croson putting his hand up. Miller instead goes to Columbus up top to Lutz. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Big three there for Ryan Lutz, his third of the night. 27 points now for Holy Cross. They trail 39-27, 17:45 to play in regulation.
14 now for Lutz. He's 4 for 4 from three-point range.
Brooks up top. Gets it to Moody now. Back for Brooks on the right wing, guarded by Columbus. Brooks angles to his left, finds Baldwin in the left wing. Drives the lane, gets it to Goodell. Looking, backed up for Baldwin. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to make a move towards the basket. Shots up, and it's an air ball where Carl Columbus gets the rebound. A couple of bad offensive sets for CCSJ. Here's Columbus from 15. Right elbow, no good. Visser tips it around. Still tipping around. Ball's loose, and Cole comes away with it for Calumet St. Joe. He traveled with the basketball. 17:05 to play in regulation, and Holy Cross with a couple of stops, forcing a couple of turnovers. And now Ryan Sexton wants to talk things over. Full timeout taken. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 17:05 to play in regulation. 39-27 your score. Holy Cross trails by 12. Back after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness.
Get some rear security.
From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we'll always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Back live here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Dimmery alongside me, Matt Copsey. Zach Rico's upstairs working the camera. Thanks for joining us here. Holy Cross trails by 12. They have the basketball, though, underneath their own basket with 17 minutes to play. Miller to Columbus. Gets it right back from Columbus in the corner. Now stops, goes to Visser on the near side block. He's working against Goodell. Stops, spin move, hook shot up. Can't get it to go. Columbus with a tip, won't get it. But Visser gets another offensive rebound. Another opportunity for the Saints. Columbus now on the drive to Visser. Swings it out for Miller on the near side. Now Nate Miller out for Columbus in the right short corner. He backs his man out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Columbus out for Lutz in the wing. Down low for Croson. He gets around Moody. Passes tipped around. Miller now with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Comes up for Columbus. He works to his right. Gets inside the lane. His layup is blocked, but he's fouled.
Good job of Columbus there to see the initiative going up against Marcus Moody, who he went against when Riley and Washington used to play there. Moody picks up his second foul.
So Carl Columbus, an 85% free throw shooter to the line. First free throw is up and in. We're going to see a substitution as Josh Freeman comes into the game. He'll replace Anthony Cole on the floor.
Holy Cross on a 6-0 run right now to cut that 17-point lead down to 11. It could be 10.
And it will be. You mentioned him at the 15-minute mark. Maybe try and get it towards that 10-point mark. They have it right now at the 16:23 mark. We'll see what happens in the next minute and a half as Lutz picks up the foul. Freeman was on the drive, and Lutz bumped him.
First foul on Lutz, third on the team.
It's on the floor, so the Crimson Wave will inbound. Gets it up for Moody, and Croson was right there for the steal for Holy Cross. Can he catch up with it? He dives, saves it. Vizard was there, and he
went out of bounds.
Yeah, he stepped on the line on the far side. Great effort defensively, though, by Bryce Croson and Adam Vizard. The big men running the floor defensively.
Well, and you saw as that ball was coming back, you saw Marcus Moody kind of slowed down, but Croson was able to come up. He kind of turned on the speed, but he just couldn't catch up with it and tried to get it back, but unfortunately Vizard fell out of bounds. Actually, he is Coach McBride is right in the sense that they never really lost possession, so the shot clock should have not reset.
We're going to have a conference in the center court.
Because Holy Cross never really established possession.
The ball was tipped by Croson, but he never grabbed it. And the officials can't even explain it to McBride over to our left.
Well, actually, the shot clock reset after the foul. The shot clock reset after the foul on Ryan Lutz. So the ball was inbounded. So if anything, it should be maybe 27 or 28.
But at the same time, the clock should continue to run. The ball was touched. It's in action.
Right, the shot clock. That's what I think.
Mike McBride doesn't seem too satisfied with the explanation to our left, but nothing he can do about it. Back comes the Crimson Wave. Baldwin here to the near side. Looking, comes out for Karan Linton. He drives inside the lane up top, and Freeman got away with a walk on the far side. Driving the baseline, gets it out to Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, layup up and in. That's a missed call by the officials on the far side. 41-29, 15:45 to play here in regulation.
First basket of the second half for the Crimson Wave. 11 points now for Ramirez.
Miller wraparound pass for Vizard. Gets it out looking for Lutz. Ball tipped around and stolen now by Calumet St. Joe. Here's Baldwin in transition, driving the lane, attacking the basket. He draws a foul, and he'll head to the line for two. And they're going to get Nate Miller on the block.
He almost had a walk on that play as well, but so there's going to be Baldwin to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 already. He's got 7 points, and he misses that one.
And I tell you what, the explanation's just baffling Mike McBride to our left.
6 out of 8 now as a team is Calumet, and the second one is up and good.
So leads up to 13, 42-29. Columbus will run the point. He works to his right, stops, comes out for Miller in the corner. Now to Lutz, long three for Ryan Lutz, and he connects. 42-32, cuts the deficit back down to 10 as we close in on the 15-minute mark.
And you got it down to 10. That's 5 minutes, so you shaved 5 points off.
Baldwin works to his left. Now over on that far corner. Here's Lorenz with the basketball now for the Crimson Wave. Nice pass to Ramirez. He can't make the layup on the near side. Croson with the block. And the Saints get away with one there as Ramirez was wide open underneath the basket and missed the layup. Miller on the right side now. Wraparound pass for Columbus. Columbus backing his man down. A flop that time for Lorenz, and Columbus takes advantage of it with the jump shot.
6 points now for Columbus. Lead down to 8 at the 14-28 mark.
Now here's Freeman on the near wing. There's new life here at the File Center. Ramirez to Freeman to Ramirez, and he couldn't handle the pass. Miller on the steal. Quickly in transition. He'll slow things down smartly there by Nate Miller. He was losing control of the basketball.
Yeah, got to make sure you got the numbers with you as well.
Miller works to his right. Out for Vizard now on the right wing. Now to Croson inside the three-point line, and that pass is a bad one. He was looking for Columbus, and Baldwin almost stepped out of bounds. Baldwin on the drive. A little bit of a bump. Nate Miller gets away with some contact there, and it's a steal for Holy Cross. Miller now gets around Freeman, drives the lane, draws the foul.
And Nate Miller made that play. As you could tell, Baldwin was a little bit out of control, and all Nate Miller did was just kind of stick his hand in there and alter the ball.
John Lorenz with the foul for the Crimson Wave as Nate Miller will head to the line. It'll be a timeout.
Full timeout by Mike McBride here.
13:46 left in regulation. A full timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 42-34 your score. The Crimson Wave with the lead, but Holy Cross on the move here in the Regional Radio Sports Network. Back after this on www.rrsn.com.
Score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card that can help you take charge of those long-awaited projects or cover unexpected emergency needs. It not only comes with a low rate, but offers everything you need, including no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, easy cash advances at ATMs, and much more. Don't miss out on a good play. Take charge of those projects and score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card. Learn more and apply today at tcunet.com/credit cards.
Back live here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demery alongside me, Matt Copsey, Zach Ricos upstairs working the camera here. 42-34, Holy Cross back within 8, 13:46 to play in regulation. Nate Miller is at the free throw line, and when we come out of this timeout, Matt Copsey, your thoughts so far on this comeback?
Well, Holy Cross is, if one thing, they've been more aggressive in the second half in the sense they had 3 offensive rebounds in the first 20 minutes, and they've got 3 already here in the first 6.5 minutes of the second half. So they're trying to make something happen underneath, and what they're doing is they're not allowing Calumet St. Joe to dictate the tempo. Holy Cross is actually the one that's been the tempo dictator, and you can tell that in the second half of 5 turnovers already for Calumet.
Nate Miller will head to the line for 2 so far on the season. The freshman out of Penn High School, 8 out of 15 on the year. He takes 2 dribbles to his right, spins it, bends the knees, and the first free throw is up and short.
We saw him earlier in the year knocking those down. It's just a mental thing at this point.
Same thing for Miller. Bends the knees, free throws up and in. Cuts the deficit down to 7. Holy Cross back within striking distance here. Josh Freeman out for Brooks. So Linton swings it over now for Lorenz. Now back over here for Brooks in the near wing. Guarded by Madison McCaffrey. Bryce Croson shows a little bit off the screen. Karan Linton tries the lane. He got away with a travel. Here's Moody on the near side, and he gets the layup to go. 44-35, lead back up to 9. 13-18 to play here in the second half.
First basket of the night for Moody.
3 coming off the screen, John.
McCaffrey up near midcourt in between the circles. Looks to his left, comes to Miller. Nice pass to Columbus to Croson. Shot fake, layup up, won't get it to go. Croson had the wide open layup. McCaffrey gets the offensive rebound, though. Here's Columbus out for Miller.
Watch 3.
Out now for McCaffrey to Lutz. He got shoved from behind, no call. Gets it back up top for McCaffrey to Miller on the near wing. Now down low for Columbus on the near side block. He's double teamed. Looking for Miller. Comes back up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Miller back for Columbus. Pulls up from 15. Short. That's short. And the rebound comes out for Josh Freeman. Freeman now on the lane inside. Columbus playing the passing lane on the transition D. And he stepped out of bounds before he threw it off of one of the Christian players.
Moody.
Yeah.
He tried to get it off of Moody. He would have been able to do that, but he had already stepped out of bounds.
So Freeman to inbound. Lobs it up for Moody. Now out for Linton. Up top back for Freeman to run the point. 18 seconds on the shot clock as Freeman works his way towards the baseline, and it's going to be a bump from Ryan Lutz.
No offense, Adam, but they're calling a little bump like that, and then you've got guys banging each other, falling to the ground, and nothing's called.
Very inconsistent from the men in striped shirts here tonight.
2 fouls now on Lutz.
Freeman lobs it up for Moody. Now Anthony Cole just checks in, will take it. Gets it out for Goodell to Freeman. Down low for Moody. McCaffrey was right there, and that's going to be a turnover.
Holy Cross with their inside defense has gotten a lot better. They've not allowed them to get on the inside.
Nate Miller on the play. Hands it off for Croson. Stops, looks, now gets it for McCaffrey. McCaffrey works to his left, comes back to his right for Miller. Out for Columbus on the right wing. Carl Columbus with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Decides what he does. Gets inside the lane. Pulls up and knocks in the 12-footer off a couple of dribbles. Pulls up and elevates to knock that one down. 44-37. 11:45 to play in regulation.
8 points now for Columbus. He's 3 out of 10 from the field.
Here's Freeman as he gets around a screen to Goodell. Thought about the 3. Still thinking about it. Now comes out for Freeman. Good recovery from Ryan Lutz. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Moody now. Left short corner. Guarded by Croson. Draws the double team. Comes out for Cole. Carl Columbus on the floor. Lobs it around. Lutz still fighting for it. And we're going to get a jump ball. And that's going to favor the Saints. It'll be a turnover. Great effort by Holy Cross defensively. Carl Columbus at the bottom of the pile.
And Michael Agner-Pedersen will come in to replace Bryce Croson. We'll also see Adam Vizard. This might be for Columbus. Give him a quick break here. Holy Cross within 7. This is the closest they've been since the close to the end of the first half.
McCaffrey gets it out for Miller to Lutz in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's off the mark. Visser taps it out, though, for Miller to grab it away.
That's the first miss from three-point range for Lutz.
McCaffrey on the drive, stripped around. Visser comes away with it, gets it out for Miller. 18 seconds on the shot clock. We're inside of 11 minutes to play. Miller back out for Lutz, and he let him a little bit too much on the wide side of things. It'll be a turnover for Saints.
11 turnovers now for Holy Cross. That was a costly one because you did a great job to get the ball back. Had a chance to cut the lead down to 5 or 4 and throw it away. Now you got to come up with another stop defensively.
Cole on the left wing. Comes back up top for Goodell. Now over here to the near side for Brooks. Back for Cole. Swings it over for Freeman. He drives, and he's going to be fouled. He got bumped that time by Nate Miller.
Miller will pick up his third. That's the 6th. One more, and the Crimson Wave will be at the free throw line where they are 7 out of 8 tonight.
And you mentioned
8 out of 9, excuse me.
And you mentioned the inconsistency with the officials, Matt. Only 2 team fouls have been called against the Crimson Wave. Brooks lobs it out for Moody, and he'll track it down. Freeman over here to the near side. Looking to go to his left. Now pulls up from 3. That's going to be good. Josh Freeman with his 29th three-point jump shot of the season. That was a big one there as it's back up to 10.
Yeah, it's Freeman's first basket, and as we mentioned, 10-point game at nearing the 10-minute mark.
Nate Miller right wing, and we're going to have a foul away from the basketball on Anthony Cole.
Second foul on Cole, third on the team. It'll be out of bounds.
So Nate Miller will inbound for the Saints. Lutz trying to come all the way across the lane to get to this one. Miller still looking, now finds his former Kingsman teammate.
Another foul on Cole.
Yeah, Lutz on the drive on the baseline there.
Third, fourth on the team.
Cole not happy with himself as Lorenz will come in for the Crimson Wave. And they're gonna call a technical foul on Cole.
And that'll be his 4th foul, and that'll be the 5th team foul. So it'll be 2 free throws. So this has an opportunity to be a 4 or 5 point play for Holy Cross.
They're gonna send Ryan Lutz to the free throw line, an 88% free throw shooting, knocks in the first one. Carl Columbus gonna check back in. He got his breather. He'll replace Nate Miller. Lutz will get one more, plus possession. And Lutz goes 2 for 2, 47-39. Chance to get as much as within 5 for Holy Cross here on this possession. Lutz trying to get open. McCaffrey over here in the corner. Stops, pulls up from 17, can't connect. Vizard tapping it around. Ball still loose, and it's off the hands of Vizard.
We got a crash!
So the Crimson Wave will have possession leading by 8. 10 minutes to play. Holy Cross has knocked this down into the single digits. Here's Goodell up top with a 3. That's in and out, no good. And Columbus comes away with a rebound. And he's going to be fouled as Freeman with the hand check there and almost got himself a technical foul.
Freeman will pick up his 3rd foul, so fouls are starting to add up. Both teams at 6 now, so both teams are going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
It's going to be 24. Help him.
4 quick fouls against the Crimson Wave. 5-second call on Madison McCaffrey.
And you could hear, you heard Coach Sexton over here saying 24, deny 24.
So Freeman will start the offense as it swings out for Lorenz, and the cross-court pass is a turnover, miscommunication. Lorenz thought Goodell's going on the back door.
13 turnovers now for Calumet St. Joe. 8 here in the second half after only 5 in the first half.
Nate Miller will come back on the floor. Miller will replace Lutz. He'll give him a breather. McCaffrey, Columbus, Vizard, Miller, and Crows on the floor for Holy Cross. 9:39 to play with an 8-point difference. Crimson Wave on top of the Saints. Miller on the right gets the screen from McCaffrey. He angles to his left. Stops at the left wing. He picked up his dribbles, facing some pressure. Gets it out for McCaffrey. Back for Miller on the left wing. 3-point jump shot on the way. In and out, no good.
Over the back on Crozen, I think.
Yeah, that's the call they're going to make.
Third foul on Crozen. Good shot selection, though, by Nate Miller. Those are some that we saw him earlier in the year knocking down. That one was in and out.
Yeah, on Miller now he is.
It's going to be 1-1 now. Moody will head to the free throw line.
On the season, Moody a 46% free throw shooter. It's a 1-1. So if you're Holy Cross, based on those averages.
And this game starting to favor as that first free throw is up and good. This is favoring Holy Cross because we've only had 11 points scored here by Calumet St. Joe in the second half so far. So this game looks like it's going to be in the 60s or in the 60s or early first part of the 70s as Vizard comes away with the miss.
Yeah, that was a big tip there for Holy Cross. So Carl Columbus now working things, gets inside the lane, and he draws a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They're going to get that one on Brooks.
Brooks will pick up his second, team 7th. Columbus already 2 for 2 tonight. He's got 8 points. He's going to shoot a pair here.
First free throw's up for Columbus, and it's in.
.908 remaining in regulation. It's an 8-point game.
Second free throw's up and good as well. 48-41. Lutz to replace Vizard. McCaffrey, Columbus, Crozen, Miller, and Lutz.
I like this substitution pattern that Coach McBride, he's given everybody a chance to get a rest for the home stretch, all his main guys.
Moody, Goodell, Freeman, Brooks, and Lorenz on the floor. It'll be Moody on the left wing. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Goodell to Freeman in the corner. Gets a screen. Thinks about the 3. Now looking for a pass down low. Finds Moody. He's double teamed. Shots up. No good. Croson gets the rebound for Holy Cross. And a chance to continue to chip away at this deficit. Croson now up top. Thought about the 3. Hands it off for Columbus. 18 seconds on the shot clock, and we're going to have a foul away from the... Oh, they're going to get this... Yeah, they're going to get this one on Freeman. I thought they were pointing towards Lutz.
4 fouls now on Freeman.
And Lutz led to the line for 1-1, so a good opportunity to maybe knock in a couple of points with the clock stopped at 8:28 to play.
And Holy Cross done a great job here in the second half of denying Goodell the ball. He's only had 1 shot opportunity, and he missed it.
First free throw's up and in for Lutz.
Lutz now with 20 points.
Second free throw is up, and he rattles that one home. 2 big free throws there for Ryan Lutz. It's a 5-point game, 48-43. The Crimson Wave with the lead and the basketball with 8:20 to play.
Holy Cross 9 of 10 from the free throw line in the second half.
Baldwin works to his left. Crowd on their feet here at the File Center. Here's Moody with a pull-up, and that one's off the mark, and Lutz comes away with the rebound. Got away with the kick, and then he stepped out of bounds.
Lutz really never had possession of the basketball there. He kind of had kicked away. And that's what you're going to do with Marcus Moody. When you get him away from the basket, he's not a very good outside shooter.
So Lorenz to Moody, back for Lorenz in the corner for 3. A quick pass back, and it's good. Lead back up to 8, 51-43.
Lorenz first basket.
That's a great play off the inbounds on the far side. Most dangerous player off the inbounds, usually the one who inbounded it. That proving to be the case there. Nate Miller on the left wing for Holy Cross. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Columbus looking to his left, goes to his left, stops, comes to McCaffrey in the corner, shot up, it's short, and he gets the friendly bounce. A long two for Madison McCaffrey. You'll take it however you can get it, I guess, with 7.5 to play. They trail by 6 now, 51-45.
5 points for McCaffrey's first basket of the second half. That's going to be a foul on the floor. I think it's going to go on Nate Miller. If it is, that's going to be Nate's fourth.
It will be on Miller. 8th team foul and a 1-on-1 opportunity now for Johnny Baldwin.
And Adam, that's the one thing about Baldwin is that he gives penetration and he can draw that foul and get to the free throw line. He's 3 out of 4 tonight.
2 free throws for Baldwin.
Four out of 7 here in the second half for Calumet St. Joe from the charity stripe.
Free throws up and good. Making it a 7-point advantage now. I think you got to get this under 5 with 5 minutes to play if you're Holy Cross.
Well, if anything, Adam, the pace of the game is favoring Holy Cross because they've slowed it down into a half-court game.
Croson looking, finds Miller on the right wing. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Nate with the wraparound pass for Columbus in the right short corner. Stops, spins, cross-lane pass for Croson. It's stolen away by Baldwin. The Crimson Wave picking up pace here with a transition bucket that time as Baldwin goes coast to coast. Lead back up to 9, 54-45, 6:52 to play in regulation.
And that's a situation. Nate Miller's got 4 fouls. He can't make a move or he's out of the game.
Croson in the corner. Back to Miller.
Most likely Adam Vizard's going to come in here for Nate Miller.
Nate stops, pulls up from 15, can't connect. Croson taps it around, but Lorenz comes away with the rebound. Couple of key stops for the Crimson Wave. Give them a chance to get the lead back in the double digits.
Well, ever since Lorenz has hit that 3, you've seen a newfound confidence in this offense for Calumet St. Joe.
Brooks to Goodell, long 3, it's good.
Mike McBride needs a timeout right here.
57-45. It was at one point a 5-point game at 48-43. Since then, it's a 9-2 run, and the Crimson Wave have a double-digit lead. Columbus on the wing, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Croson with a 3. He knocks it down, and a timeout taken by Mike McBride. 5:50 to play in regulation, 57-48. It's a 9-point game. We'll be back after this timeout taken, a full timeout, which means we'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching and listening to Holy Cross basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
Back live here at the File Center. Quick game reset for you. 5:50 to play in regulation. 3 timeouts left for Holy Cross. They move from right to left on your computer screen electronic device. 5 timeouts left for the Crimson Wave, who have the basketball with the length of the court to go. They move from left to right. It'll be the Crimson Wave 57, Holy Cross 48, 18 fouls apiece as the Crimson Wave have the basketball with the lead.
Come on, Marcus!
You're seeing a little bit of a battle here between Croson and Moody underneath. Both of them kind of holding each other's jerseys, and that's one thing Ryan Sexton's calling about right now.
Baldwin off the screen for Moody, gets inside the lane, and that's going to be a foul. It'll be a foul on Columbus.
Columbus will pick up his 3rd foul. Team 9. Baldwin to the free throw line. He's 4 out of 6 here in the second half. He's got 9 points.
Baldwin will take 2 more cracks at it, and he connects on the first. 10-point advantage now for the Crimson Wave.
And when Baldwin came back in the ball game, he's kind of been the spark plug for this team. 10 points.
And connects on both of them. Holy Cross did a great job as they trailed by 15. They got it all the way down to 5. But a couple of stops, a couple of threes, and they now find themselves down by 11. McCaffrey, Crows on the left elbow. Stops, comes back up for McCaffrey. Thought about the three, trying to get around Baldwin. Splits the defense, layup up, no good, and the rebound tapped around.
Vizard had it, and they're going to say he stepped on the end line.
Let's try that again.
That's going to be a turnover, 14 now for Holy Cross.
5:10 left in regulation. It's a 59-48 ball game as Calumet looking to pick up their 13th win on the season. Holy Cross trying to not lose their second in a row. Brooks works to his left. The hands off for Baldwin. Lorenz to Moody on the left elbow. Back up top for Goodell. Wrap around pass for Baldwin. He gets it. Layup up and in. That's the difference right there. Those passes working for Calumet St. Joe, and they're connecting on them. Holy Cross just hasn't been able to do that. Here's Lutz on the other side. He pulls up. Some contact, no call, but he hits the 17-footer.
23 now for Lutz, trying to do his best to keep it in the game. You got to try to get defensive stops here.
Goodell now out for Brooks on the left wing. Gets the screen around for Moody. Now to Goodell in the corner.
And they seem to be content here to kind of run some clock. Got to get on him.
Brooks on the drive, 5 seconds on the shot clock, pulls up from 17, and he gets it to go. Columbus comes up hobbling a little bit for Holy Cross.
Brooks now with 11. That's his first points of the second half, and Nate Miller is going to check back in.
McCaffrey will go to Vizard on the right side. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Lutz, gets inside the lane, the pass is going to be deflected around, and
he was trying to get it into Croson, and Croson went the other way, and you saw the swarm of those maroon jerseys, and they look to be content to run some clock here.
Moody down low for Baldwin, and they lost the ball. Miller will come in. He'll replace Vizard as Holy Cross will head down the home stretch in 3:28 to play. They're going to make one last run at it.
15 turnovers now for Calumet St. Joe.
Must-score opportunity, in my opinion, for Holy Cross.
Yeah,
here.
you need to get a bucket here, and then you need to come up with a couple defensive stops.
Croson on the wing to McCaffrey. He lost the handle on it, and that's a turnover. That's not what you need.
Back-to-back turnovers for Holy Cross, their last two possessions.
Baldwin works to his right, out for Brooks. Brooks down low looking for Moody, and the Crimson Wave throw it away. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams. So the Crimson Wave...
and Ryan Sexton down here at the other end just kind of shaking his head as if to say, he'd be content to trade baskets. He would rather not trade turnovers.
Nate Miller up top to McCaffrey. Long three. It's good. That's a big one right there. Cuts it down to 10. 2:45 to play. Holy Cross hanging around.
I wonder here if Ryan Sexton might take a timeout here just to kind of settle things down.
Lorenz on the left wing to Goodell. Fakes the long three. Comes to Brooks in the corner for three, and he can't connect. Croson gets the rebound for the Saints. Out for Columbus. 2:24 to play. Columbus up top to McCaffrey. Now out for Miller. Back for Columbus. He drives along the baseline, stops, gets double teamed, comes out for Croson on the wing, and Croson can't connect. The ball tapped out of bounds. And what's the call's going to be off of Holy Cross. Mike McBride can't believe it. I was blocked off from my vantage point.
If anything, they could have gotten Ryan Lutzford over the back.
I thought
that's what they were going to call, right? But they're saying that Lutz tapped the ball out of bounds.
2 minutes to play. Another must stop for Holy Cross. Goodell out for Brooks. Now out for Moody as they run the motion offense.
Watch Lorenz in here. They're going to try to set something up. We're going to have a kick to reset the clock to 15.
1:49 left in regulation. Moody will inbound it for
if
the
anything,
Crimson Wave.
maybe you might could start to consider maybe fouling here to try to extend the ball game a little bit, because Freeman checks back in. He's got 4 fouls.
McCaffrey goes for the steal, can't get it. Baldwin now up top.
Shot clock at 10.
Yeah, 10 seconds to go. Here's Baldwin now working to his left, looking to his right, and he's going to fire one up the top of the key. A lot of contact between the
over
two
the back
players.
on Moody, I think.
Yep, that'll be sending Crows into the line for 1-1. That's what you want if you're Holy Cross. Score with the clock stopped.
And that was a good defensive section there by Holy Cross that they forced Baldwin. If Baldwin hits that, hey, you tip your cap to him, but you forced him to use it. Now you got a chance to get some points with no time. Holy Cross 3 timeouts, 5 for Calumet St. Joe. Arrow favors the Crimson Wave.
And Crozen connects in the first of 2 now.
That's only 6 points now for Crozen. He's got 7 rebounds.
You're going to see Holy Cross with the trap, and then they will foul most likely as Crozen goes 2 for 2 to make it an 8-point game. Goodell out for Freeman. No trap off the inbounds, and Mike McBride's not happy about that. Baldwin up for Moody now along the baseline. Reverse layup up and in. That might be the nail in the coffin right there. 10-point game as Miller comes across half court with a $1:20 to go. Lutz up top to Vizard to Miller on the near wing. He's going to throw up a 3. That's going to be short. Lutz gets the offensive rebound, though. The ball stripped away at the last minute. Great job by Freeman. And the Crimson Wave will come up for Goodell.
16 turnovers now. That was really tipped out of bounds. We're under a minute.
And if you're Nate Miller, you can't foul.
No.
Nate Miller's got 4. Holy Cross going to swarm the basketball.
I think if you try to find somebody, maybe you foul Moody here. Moody's only a 47% free throw shooter, like you said. Holy Cross can't afford to let them take time off the clock. You got to foul.
Freeman out to the corner for Brooks. He tries the 3. He can't connect. Lutz gets the rebound. 48 seconds left. Holy Cross trails by 10.
Really surprised they took a shot there. I thought that they would try to work some clock. McCaffrey for 3.
He can't connect, and the rebound comes out for Baldwin. 37 seconds left. Baldwin drives. He gets the layup to go, and I think Mike McBride sees the writing on the wall. Lutz on the wing, 3-pointer up. He will not get it. It's deflected around, and the Crimson Wave will come away with it as Crozen and Lutz on the collision both hit the deck, and they are both still on the floor.
Crozen's up on his knees, but he's kind of bending over, and Lutz is too. You got good sportsmanship there by Goodell to help them both up.
Going to wipe the floor up. The shot clock is officially off. It's a 12-point game in favor of the Crimson Wave with 25 seconds left. Most likely the Crimson Wave will pick up their 13th win here on the road.
And Mike McBride's already said no fouls.
They'll move to 8-2 in conference play. Holy Cross will drop its second straight. They'll drop to 10-9 and 4-6 in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference.
I thought the play of Johnny Baldwin down the stretch was the key for this team. It seemed like they were stagnant for a while, and then Baldwin came back in, hit some free throws, came up with a couple of steals.
Baldwin will try and get around Columbus. Now out in the corner, here's Freeman. 8 seconds left. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and the Crimson Wave will be victorious. 67-55 will be your final on the men's side as we have another men's and women's split here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from the File Center. Once again on the men's side, the Crimson Wave out of Calumet College of St. Joseph, they're victorious 67-55 over the Holy Cross Saints. Back after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
More students than ever are considering Holy Cross College for their future. Have you started to think about yours? Holy Cross College is a Catholic, co-ed, 4-year institution of higher learning, offering a great curriculum with 11 NAIA varsity sports. Holy Cross offers 21 majors and minors, so you can excel in the subjects you love. Holy Cross also has the lowest tuition rate of all the private colleges in Michiana. 90% of students receive financial aid with an average award of over $24,000. Holy Cross College students have resources such as peer tutoring, writing, and math centers to ensure your academic success. Most importantly, professors know who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. Together, building your future. Be part of the 524 students that enjoy a lively on-campus experience, offering a vibrant social life with countless clubs and intramural activities that enhance your college experience. Visit Holy Cross College now. The experience matters. hcc-nd.edu.
Welcome back here to the File Center, where the Holy Cross men drop a 67-55 decision to Calumet St. Joe. The Crimson Wave with the victory improved to 13-6 overall, 8-2 in CCAC play. Holy Cross drops to 10-9 and 4-6. Earlier this evening, the Holy Cross women came away with a big victory by the score of 81-32 over the Crimson Wave to improve to 8-13 and 5-5 in conference play, while Calumet St. Joe dropped to 1-18 and 0-9. We're going to take a look at our final stats here for the ball game. For the Crimson Wave, Michael Brooks was 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line for 11 points. Marcus Moody, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had only 3 points. Actually, Moody had 2 field goals on the day, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 5 points. Johnny Baldwin on the ball game was 5 of 12 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line for 17 points. Tyler Goodell, 5 of 8 from the field, all from 3-point range for 15 points. Anthony Cole, 1 of 3 from the field for 2 points. Josh Freeman, 1 of 2 from the field for 3 points. Jose Ramirez off the bench, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 11 points. John Lorenzen was 1 of 1 from 3-point range for 3 points. And Karan Linton, 0 of 2 from the field. The Crimson Wave were 23 out of 49 for 47%, 10 out of 23 from 3-point range for 44%, 11 out of 15 from the free throw line for 73%. For Holy Cross, Bryce Croson struggled tonight. 2 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had only 7 points. He did have 6 rebounds. Adam Visser, 2 of 4 from the field for 4 points. Madison McCaffrey, 4 of 9 from the field. He finishes with 10 points. Ryan Lutz, 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, game high 23 points. Nate Miller for the ball game, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point. Brian Aldrich missed his only shot. Carl Columbus, 3 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 10 points. He had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Coley Schulteis missed his only shot, and Michael Ogner Pedersen, 0 of 2 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line for 2 points. Holy Cross, 18 out of 51 for 36%, 8 out of 20 from 3-point range, so they were 4 for 10 in each half for 40%, 13 out of 16 from the free throw line for 82%. 31 rebounds for Calumet St. Joe, 8 for Johnny Baldwin to lead the way, 27 for Holy Cross, 7 for Croson. 9 assists for the Crimson Wave. You had 3 for Moody to lead the way. Holy Cross with 12, 4 for Nate Miller, and 6 for Carl Columbus. 18 turnovers for Calumet St. Joe, 16 for Holy Cross, 4 block shots for the Crimson Wave, 3 by Moody, 1 by Brooks, 2 for Holy Cross, 1 by Croson, and 1 by Ogner Pedersen. 10 steals for Calumet St. Joe, 3 for Michael Brooks to lead the way, and 7 for Holy Cross, 2 by Ryan Lutz.
That's going to do it for our broadcast here this evening, our men's and women's doubleheader here. Thanks for joining us on the Regional Radio Sports Network. On the women's side, it was an 81-32 victory for Amy Nespajani and her team. They improved to 8-13 overall, 5-5 in conference play. The Crimson Wave dropped to 1-18, 0-9 on the women's side. On the men's side, the Crimson Wave get the victory, 67-55 for the Saints. They dropped to 10-9, 4-6 in conference play under Mike McBride here in the 2015-2016 campaign. Ryan Sexton and his ball club improved to 13-6, 8-2 in conference play. I want to remind our listeners our next Holy Cross broadcast here on the Regional Radio Sports Network will be Saturday afternoon, the 23rd of January, as the Saints and Cardinal Stritch will take it. We'll go at it, on both the men's and women's sides. That will be our next broadcast for it right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Be sure to check us out on our website at www.rrsn.com for all Holy Cross basketball news. For Zach Ricos, for Matt Copsey, my name is Adam Emery. Special thanks also goes out for Pat O'Connor, Amy Nespajani, and Mike McBride. And thanks for tuning in once again. A split here tonight at the File Center with the men and women. Until next time, this has been an exclusive presentation of Holy Cross basketball right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Good night, everyone.